a stable boy's cry.
So I'm here with Andras of the Radio 8-ball show.
And Sarah Rudenoff, our rock star makeup artist, who's actually the musical artist tonight.
Oh yes, and what's the name of your act?
We Are Golden.
We Are Golden. And where are you from?
Seattle.
Seattle, Washington. Will you, I hear you're going to be performing at Bumbershoot, or you're going to have presence at Bumbershoot.
We're going to be presenting Radio 8-ball at Bumbershoot in the Center House Theater on Monday at 4:45. And the band will be the Radio 8 Band, which features John Auer and Scott Taylor and Chad Austinson. John Auer of the Posies, Scott Taylor of the Hardway, and Chad Austinson of a band called Congratulations.
Fantastic.
And we'll also have Sarah Rudenoff as a part of that show. She sings one of the songs, which may or may not get chosen, and she's going to ask the first question.
Fantastic.
The show.
So tell me the premise of the questions and answers with the Radio 8-ball show.
Well, pretty much we invite people to ask the questions that are up for them in their lives, things about their personal life or the world, the things they really want to know the answer to. And we answer those questions by picking songs at random and then interpreting them like musical tarot cards. And in the case of the live show, we'll have a live band with 8 songs on the board. I don't know if you got some shots of the stage, but they have 8 songs on the board, and then we have a wheel and a deck of cards, and people put their questions in the box, and if their question's chosen at random, they come up on stage and they read that question, and then we flip a coin and it determines whether they pick a card or spin the wheel, and and the card will have a number 1 through 8, and the wheel has numbers 1 through 8, and whichever it lands on is the song. And all of that's a lot of mechanism to engage the synchronicity. But once the song starts playing, the amazing part is the way that every song ends up answering every question.
Really?
Yeah, in like crazy weird kind of ways.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
So how does that work with the songs being predetermined?
Well, we know that there are 8 songs on the board, but they don't know what the questions are going to be, and the people who are asking the questions don't know what the songs are going to be. I guess if there's a big fan of the band, maybe they'll have 8 songs on the board and they'll be like, I really hope that song number 3 comes up. But the way that synchronicity works, it won't.
Okay.
I have never seen it happen that someone's like, I really want this to happen, and then it does.
So how did you come up with the idea for this show?
Well, I was hosting a show on Chaos in Olympia, Washington, back in, well, I got invited to start the show in 1998. And I had a show that I was doing, and our idea was to play CDs on shuffle function and just not pick the songs, just pick the CDs but not pick the songs. And then what ended up happening was that we just started playing CDs on shuffle function, and the songs were relating so directly to what we were talking about on the air that we thought maybe we should ask some questions. And then we started asking questions, and then they were amazing answers, and then people started calling in, and then it became Radio 8-ball. It was very quick. It was something that sort of wanted to be in a certain way. And then there's other reasons. My father was a dream psychologist, and he had this whole practice of dream interpretation that was about interpreting dreams just for the fun of it, not for any clinical reasons, but for he called it the dream poet. So it was interpreting dreams as poetry. And what we're doing on Radio 8-ball is interpreting poetry and music like it's our dreams.
Okay.
So
how is this going to play out at Bumbershoot? Is it going to be the full shebang?
It's not going to be. I mean, it's going to be the full shebang in terms of the presentation. But every show we answer 8 questions, and that's 2 acts, and that's about 2 hours. And we're actually just going to do an hour-long show.
Okay.
So we'll probably. I hope that we'll get Sarah's question in, and then 3 questions from the audience. So get out there and get your questions in there. But one of the things that's amazing about the show is that it's really fun to be up on stage and ask your question. And for some people, I know it's really scary to get up on stage and ask your question, but even that can be really fun because we're really nice to you. When you're
Indeed.
But even whether or not you get chosen, just being in the audience and having a question, your question will get answered. Your own question will get answered by the song that answers somebody else's question. It's really strange the way that happens, how one song can be the answer for 50 different questions.
Cool.
But it's something about the observer-created quality of our experience of reality, is that what we're looking for, we see. And if we're looking for an answer, or we're looking for a reflection, or we're looking for some cues from the divine, then we see it. And don't take my word for it. grab your shuffle function, ask a question, your iPod or whatever your music device is, and ask a question and push shuffle function.
Okay.
And it will blow your mind. And if you do it with 5 people, it'll blow your mind even more. The more people and the more people who are thinking and paying attention to that, the more intense it is. And I think that we do it really well, but it's a game that everyone can play. It's just exciting when it's a band and there's the intentionality that we bring to it.
Cool. Anything special we can look forward to in the future from Radio 8-Ball Show?
Well, we're going to be we're finishing up our run here at Little Red Studio. We have 2 more shows. We have Just Raymond next Wednesday from the Blackberry Bushes, and then the Moore Brothers, a great band up from the Bay Area, playing on the 16th of September. And then we're done here, and we move to Theater Off Jackson, which is the theater, actually a theater off Jackson, 7th and Jackson down in the International District. A beautiful, beautiful venue. This is great too, but better sound, better lights, and we're bringing in this whole celebrity Skype-in aspect of the show. Like today, to start off the second act, Andy Dick is going to Skype in and ask a question. And then next week, we're going to have a friend of mine who's a cast member of the TV show Weeds. Craig X, who's going to call in. And then, so we have lots of people who are lined up to be that celebrity person calling into the show.
Fun!
They'll actually be on stage, just in LA on their Skype.
Fantastic. So we'll definitely be looking forward to you September 7th at Bumbershoot. What time?
September 7th at Bumbershoot, 4:45 in the Center House Theater. Then next Wednesday the 9th, back here at Little Red Studio, and on the 16th, our final show at Little Red Studio with the Moore Brothers. And then we'll see you at Theater Off Jackson in 2010.
Yes. Thank you, Andras.
Awesome. Thank you.